Rita Metzler. Have you ever experienced fear or worry so severely that it affects your everyday activities or relationships? If so, you might suffer with generalized anxiety disorder. Anxiety is a nervous disorder where people excessively fear or worry about everyday things. In an online article called Anxiety by the Brain and Research Foundation, it states that 40 million American adults suffer with anxiety. According to the Brain and Behavior Research Foundation, that means 18% of Americans 18% of adult Americans suffer with anxiety. Anxiety is the most common mental health disorder. Most people will experience a mild form of anxiety once in their lifetime. In Anxiety Disorder, Everything You Need to Know, Paul Caldwell writes about the most common symptoms of generalized anxiety disorder. The symptoms discussed in Caldwell's book are irritability, difficulty sleeping, muscle tensions, feeling fatigue, brain fogs, difficulty concentrating, or being on edge or restless. According to Caldwell, adults need to have at least 3 of these symptoms regularly to be diagnosed with general anxiety disorder. Caldwell also says that children only need to experience 1 of these symptoms regularly to be diagnosed with anxiety disorder. After reading the symptoms for anxiety, I now understand why it is sometimes misdiagnosed with depression. Now that we know what anxiety is and the symptoms are, we can start to understand the causes and treatment for anxiety. Many factors contribute to generalized anxiety disorder, but the exact cause is unknown. According to the Anxiety Answer book by Lori Helga, genetics, brain chemistry, and environmental stresses contribute to the development of anxiety. Helga states that genetics contributes to the cause of anxiety because it can be passed on in families. So if you believe that genetics contributes to anxiety, then you believe anxiety is hereditary. Helga explains how anxiety can be caused by brain chemistry, basically because a person's brain transmitters are functioning abnormally. The last factor Helga discusses is environmental stresses, meaning stressful events or traumas cause a person to have anxiety. Examples of stressful events are divorce, financial stress, speaking in public, or stress at work or school. If you think you are suffering with anxiety, please seek help from a medical professional. Generalized anxiety disorder is manageable with the right treatment. There are many treatment options to choose from. Helen Kenner explains in her book, Overcoming Anxiety, a self-help guide using cognitive behavioral techniques, that one method of overcoming anxiety is called cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy is basically replacing negative thoughts with positive thoughts. Kenner states that negative thoughts keep a person from enjoying their life, which is not a healthy way of living. An example of how cognitive behavioral therapy is used is if a person says that they are not happy right now, they could replace that statement with every life has its ups and downs, and so does mine. Another technique used to cope with anxiety is relaxation methods. Examples of relaxation methods are yoga, exercise, meditation, or deep breathing. The last treatment option I'm going to discuss is medication. Helga explains the most common medication used for anxiety is an antidepressant, and the most common antidepressant prescribed for anxiety is Zoloft. Antidepressants improve the function of the neurotransmitters in the brain that weren't working properly without medication. In Caldwell's book, he states that sedatives and nerve pain medication can also be used for treatment of generalized anxiety. Sedatives and nerve pain medication are only used for short-term anxiety relief. In conclusion, I have informed you about generalized anxiety disorder and the symptoms, causes, and treatments. Anxiety symptoms are recognizable, but it is best to seek professional medical help to be diagnosed. Anxiety is manageable with the right treatment option. Generalized anxiety disorder is a serious health disorder that many people suffer with. Anxiety is the #1 mental health disorder, but people do not know much about it. Hopefully my speech left you with a better understanding of generalized anxiety disorder.